Hello and welcome to the railway again. Today we've got a couple of items to show you. This is the Hornby Railway's 1976 catalogue, and somewhere in here we've got lost the page. No, totally lost it. Where is it? Oh, here we are. This little tank engine here, which is a busy, chunky four-coupled locomotive, just the job for the common market. So presumably it's a kind of a German design-ish. And the one I've got has got 254 on the side, like that one, but it's got a red underframe. So if we go to the next catalogue in 1977, we find it here with a different number on it, but with the red underframe. So mine's got 254 on the side, and it's got the red underframe. So it may have been put together by someone. And my one has got, if you look at this smoke box door, it's not very good moulding, and neither is the one I've got. But mine is a totally different smoke box door to that. It's got the traditional dart on it and a curved handrail over the top of the smoke box, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. And the other thing we've got today to show you is a couple of Lima items. This is the Lima 1995 catalogue, and see, they do quite a few train sets at that time, and I've got hold of one of these, King class, in the Great Western livery, tender drive. I've got it cheap. The only problem with it was the tender top was glued to the bottom of the tender, so that had to be dealt with. Apart from that, it was in quite good condition. Had an issue with the front chassis. The pickups were actually rubbing on the wrong side of the wheels, which meant they didn't want to go round properly. But once I saw the problem, put them on the right side of the wheels where they should be and gave it a little bit of lubrication. That was fine. It wasn't even that dirty. So that's that. And then let's just have a look through here. You've got a small prairie, the largish sort of pannier tank, LNER J50, shunter, Great Western rail car, more shunters, class 20s, class 26s, class 27s. I mean, if you wanted a diesel at this point in time, it was probably going to be a Lima one, because no one else was doing much on the diesel front, modern image wise. What are they, 33s, 37s, all quite nicely decorated at this point in time. Lots of different liveries, class 40, class 47s, 40s, 42s, more class 47s, class 50s, All Class 50s. There's something with Elgar, Tiger, Western Diesel, and Deltics, and look, new ones. Class 59s, Class 60s, the 73s, Class 87s, and the Class 92. Some diesel rail cars, lots of liveries, HSTs, and then onto the coaches, Mark 2s, Mark 1s, Mark 2s, you've got Mark 3s, all different liveries, and then onto the wagons, some quite interesting wagons. So the Lima with the people for a modern image really in the 90s. A little bit about their track geometry. I don't know that it ever sold that well in this country, their track. Transformer. More track. How to build a layout. And some European looking buildings. So, yes, don't often see a Lima catalogue. They stopped producing them after a while and just did leaflets. Anyway, let's have a look at the railway and we'll see. One of the items I've got on the railway is this limited edition Deltic. So we'll have a look at that. Durham Light Infantry. Off we go. So here's that little tank engine. As you can see, the smoke box door is a mess. Look at that, it's pitted and everything. I picked out the handrail on the top and the darts, but it's a right mess, that. The chassis was broken. I mean, I got this for pennies. Chassis was broken, had to glue that back together. It's got some, I think it's like a Scalextric motor in there, very simply clipped together. There was a weight in it. I took that out because it didn't like running with the weight in, so it's obviously not going to pull a lot. So we'll have a look at him first of all. That's so I think the R number for that is R254, funnily enough. So let's see him in action. They didn't put buffers on it, so so it could be an American tank engine, couldn't it, really, as well? I mean, it has got a bell on it. I don't know whether German ones have a bell on them. It definitely looks German, apart from not having any buffers. But there you go, that's the sort of that was the cheapest engine in the catalogue. I think it was between £4 and £5 in 1976, something like that. So you wouldn't get a lot for that, would you? It's even cheaper than a Polly or a Nelly. So let's get this nice King class on its way. He's got a bell on it and on the front as well, actually, because this is the one that went over to Baltimore and Ohio 100-year celebrations or something, and they awarded this locomotive a bell. They liked it. So it's in Great Western livery, and it's got some nice southern coaches to pull. So let's get him on his way. And it's got that distinctive Lima noise coming from the tender. It's got a crew in there, painted up as well. Yeah, she runs pretty well, this one. Bit noisy, but there you go. Pretty well detailed, I think. The handrail, we'll have a closer look, but that is, so I think it's meant to be quite shiny. It's just sort of rust on there, I think. Or some sort of corrosion. So let's have a closer look at that. So we'll bring it round the front of the layout here and have a little look. So there we go. You can see there's a little bit of damage at the bottom of the tender where it was glued. Not too bad. And it's got cab glazing. Pretty good printing on there. Rusty handrail, King George V. Nice lining, black and orange lining. Copper chimney, brass safety dome cover, safety valve cover. And the strange Great Western front bogie, where the outside cylinders are sort of back a bit and the inside two cylinders are actually in between the front wheels, which is why they've got the bogie frame on the outside on the front to make room for the inside cylinders. Similar deal on the Princesses, I think, and on the Thompsons. Yeah, so there's the bell. So pretty nice. Good 20 quid's worth that. So let's see the other loco we've got today. So we'll park this one up in the station. Like that, and we'll change that point. And this point, let's move that up a little bit to give a bit more clearance there. Yeah, so I've got behind the Deltic today, we've got some Lima blue and grey coaches. So this is the full brake, followed by the composite first and second, which is that a corridor? Yeah, that's a corridor. And the buffet coach, and the second class open is the one at the front there. And this is the Durham Light Infantry 55017, nicely decorated. So let's get that going. Okay, let's have a close-up of this one. So the usual detail on this one, and nice paint job, pretty simple, but still it's done nicely. Detail picked out on the front there, so yeah, pretty good. And there's the nameplate, the Durham Light Infantry. Very nice mouldings, these. I don't know if they use different plastic to Hornby or anyone else, but they did seem to do nice, very fine moulded stuff. There you go. So hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll have something else for you next time. So ta-ta for now.